so the topic of this video is obsidian hydration dating. Hope you guys enjoy.
Okay, so what is obsidian hydration dating? So it was introduced by Irvin Friedman and Robert Smith in 1960. They had been looking into obsidian's potential as a time marker. So this is a dating technique that utilizes obsidian or volcanic glass to provide relative and absolute dates on artifacts. Relative because it can be used to compare artifacts to see which is older or which is younger, and absolute because it can also be used to produce a calendar date. This dating technique uses the fact that freshly exposed obsidian will absorb water from the atmosphere, which forms a hydrated surface layer, which is what is used to determine the dating. Okay, so how does it work? So as the obsidian is formed, there is water that is trapped inside. And each time that the obsidian is exposed to the atmosphere, it will absorb the water to form a rind, or in other words, the hydration layer. So each time it is broken to make tools, the rind grows. The penetration of the water into the glass is what determines dating. So the thickness of the rind is what determines it. And the rind is measured using high power magnification. If the rate of water diffusing is known, then you can determine the absolute age of an artifact, but it's usually very tricky to find it. It can be found using the equation age equals dx2, where the age is counted in years, d is the constant, x is the hydration rind thickness measured in microns. The constant is affected by temperature, water vapor, pressure, and glass chemistry. Okay, so the pros and cons. The pros is that it's inexpensive. Using obsidian is much cheaper than radiocarbon dating. It is also time efficient since it doesn't really take long to measure, and obsidian is abundant. There's lots of obsidian to choose from, and it makes it easier to have more precise dates since, of course, there's a lot of obsidian to compare to. Now the cons is that the rate of hydration is different all over the world. Since the way that the rind grows is affected by temperature, water vapor, pressure, and glass chemistry, all of these measurements, I guess you can say, can vary differently around the world. Also, reusing an artifact can lead to wrong dates. If the same artifact or piece of obsidian is used twice for different reasons, it can affect the results when you are figuring out the date of which the obsidian came from.